Hi, I'm Bob from Plastic Pipe Shop, and in this video I'm going to show you how to properly plumb in a dual pumping system. That's one where one pump is operational and the other is an automatic backup should the first fail. Twin pump systems are vital for critical processes such as life support systems, for example fish farms, and also in many factories and other critical process lines where the consequences of a pump failure, stopping a production line or a system, would be very costly and inconvenient. An automated second pump in a system can be used to either come on when the first pump fails or when additional flow or pressure are needed and both pumps can run together. For this to work, the pipework has got to be built so that the valves on the suction side and the discharge side of both pumps are open all the time. There is another option, and that's to use automated valves, but that adds a lot of expense to the system and also means you're relying on more pieces of equipment operating correctly for the backup to work. This diagram shows pumps plumbed in correctly with a valve for each pump on the suction side and a non-return or check valve plus another valve on the discharge side of each pump. The critical component here is the non-return valve. When the system is operational, all the valves are left open. As we can see from the image on the left in this next diagram, if non-return valves weren't included and the valves are left open, much of the water pumped by the first pump will flow backwards through the standby pump and loop around, which will result in a very low flow and low pressure in your system. Some pumps do have non-return flaps built into them, but my experience of these is that they often pass and they aren't very reliable. In contrast, the image on the right, the flow cannot return to the other pump as the non-return valve prevents it. This then gives us the correct flow and pressure in our system from the first pump. So what we have now is a system where we can keep all the valves open so a second pump can start automatically without any manual intervention. In the first diagram, I showed the non-return valves were mounted vertically above the pumps, which I always prefer, especially with non-sprung ones, but they can be mounted horizontally if required. As far as what causes your second pump to turn on, typically that can be anything from a set of contacts on an overload in a control panel, but it could also include things like level and pressure switches. We'll put the diagrams and information up on the technical section of our website, and as always, feel free to comment below or contact us with any queries you have. Thanks for watching. Bye.